Hey guys, where have you been? I've been looking for you. Alright, so it's me that hasn't been showing up for a little while. Video's been a little bit more sporadic, but hey, you know, we're headed into fall. There's not as much plant propagation going on. There's not as much gardening, and it's been hot and dry around here lately. So there's just not a whole lot going on. We've harvested just about everything we want to harvest out of that garden. My wife's been canning like crazy. Oh, and we hit over 1 million views on the channel. That's absolutely crazy to me, guys. I really appreciate all the support, all the views, everything you guys have been doing here to help build the channel with the comments and likes and even some of the dislikes. But thank you so much for being a part of this little family here, this gardening plant propagation family that we've got going over here. I'll compete with Johnny if I have to. Anyway, so we're headed into fall. What to do with the winter, what to do with the fall. I'll keep posting videos of what I'm doing around here. If there's anything you guys want to see in particular, just let me know. Right now, lately, the reason I haven't posted a lot is because I have been spending a ton of time working on a very specific video. My plan is to post here in the next month or two, and it's going to be, I keep saying 2 hours, but heck, it might be 3 hours. I just keep going longer and longer and talking about more and more, but it's just going to be about everything I know about plant propagation. It's going to be another paid video like the nearing frame build video was, just to help support the channel here, but it's going to be a long video, and it's going to include everything that I do here, everything I know about plant propagation, growing the plants on, and, you know, getting her done right. So I think you guys are really going to like that one, and it's going to answer a ton of questions for you. So that's coming in the future here. I don't know, in a month or two, something like that. I still got to finish things up, but it's taken up a lot of time just to do that. Otherwise, you know, it's just been taking care of the kids, going to work, keeping the wife happy, and just life as usual around here. I did a little plant propagation, a little rhodie propagation this morning. I love this time of year and doing rhododendron propagation because, as you guys know, that's my favorite plant. Let's go check that out. Alright guys, so here we are, the nearing frame, and it looks pretty empty, and boom, there's some rhododendron. So I have gotten some things done here. I did a little bit of filming for that video I was just talking about this morning, but we've got some Vulcan, we've got some Loderite King George, and we've got some North, and I'm just really excited about the different varieties that I'm going to fill out the rest of this propagation frame with. So we're headed into all this propagating here. We're going to finish this out and get this frame filled up. Other thing I wanted to show you guys was the garden, and you can see those beets look annihilated. My wife went through there and picked all the rest of them she could get that were going to be, you know, any decent size, and she finished canning all her pickled beets. She loves those things. We've got a bunch of cabbage that isn't coming along real well, but we did get some nice cabbages out of the wood chip garden. You can see the pickling cukes just keep producing. I don't even know what to do with them all. They're so huge, some of them, and there's Johnny. They're so huge, some of them. I don't even know what to do with them. We got about 500,000 tomatoes, and still none of them have turned red at all. And so we haven't eaten any of those yet, but I guess I better learn how to make fried green tomatoes because it's getting close to time to letting all the chickens back in here, and they are going to have a heyday. I'll have to shoot that for you guys when it happens. We got one little sunflower. I think that was like a rogue sunflower seed that ended up in one of the packages, and it's beautiful. Let's get a closer shot. Check her out. Isn't that sunflower a beauty? Man, I don't know what variety it is. I wish I did. I didn't actually plant this. Well, I guess I planted it in a way, but it ended up in one of the packages or something because it just kind of sprang up out of nowhere. But that is a beautiful sunflower. Probably about 10 foot tall. Here's our wood chip garden cabbage, and this stuff is performing awesome. I mean, look at the size of that thing. I'm probably going to pick that thing and make some sauerkraut here shortly. Bell peppers are doing real good, growing on real nice. Tons of peppers. It's unbelievable how many peppers we're getting this year. We've got jalapenos right here, you can see. Just massive amounts of jalapenos throughout here. Gonna have some salsa. Alright, I think the pickling cukes are pretty well out of control and done here. We've got so many quarts of pickled cucumbers that it's just absolutely insane, but the chickens are gonna love them. Alright, now I wanted to show you guys the figs one last time here for the year. Well, we'll see if it's one last time. Maybe something will happen and we'll show you some more, but This is that black Madeira fig that I showed you in that video, and it is doing great. It's kind of crazy now that we're getting later into the summer. It's putting on some figs, which probably aren't going to do anything, but it's kind of neat to watch them. I don't mind leaving them on there. I know some people say just pick them and let the plant grow more, but look at this. It's growing more and more all the time. It's just the later into summer we get, the taller this thing gets. And some people may say don't do it, let the thing grow for a couple of years, but I've got a couple shoots down in there and then on the other side over there, and I might take a couple cuttings. I might just snip a couple of these guys off and try to get a few more going. Even though it's pretty small, it'll do just fine, and I might just have to do that this year. Got some other fig varieties here, Olympian, tons of little figs all over these guys. They're obviously main crop figs and they're not going to amount to much, but just figs everywhere, figs galore. I guess if we lived in Southern California, we would see the end result of these guys. Brown turkey. Even got a few Violet de Bordeaux here starting to form, but once again they're main crop, so I don't know, maybe like these little guys here, maybe even this guy is gonna hang in there and produce next year. We'll see. And how could I be out here and not show you guys the zucchini? They've all four grown into one gigantic mess here, and we've long since quit picking zucchini because we've eaten so much zucchini bread and picked so much zucchini that we're just sick of zucchini. But they just keep growing. Look at that. Jeez. So what I think I'm gonna do is just let a lot of these just die back, go to seed. We'll feed them to the chickens. I want to let some of these guys just go to seed here and then see if I can harvest the seed and plant them next year. The variety was Black Beauty. I don't know if there's some kind of a genetic modification or something. I think they're non-GMO, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look into that more, but I don't know if they're actually going to produce viable seeds, but we'll give it a shot, see what happens. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful plants, and a lot of harvest. Had a lot of fun with that this year. Alright guys, so that pretty well wraps up the summer, and it was a nice summer. It was fun. We got a lot done. We learned a lot, and I'm really excited to kind of head on into winter, strangely enough. You know, it's been so hot and dry around here lately. I'm looking forward to some serious rain. We need like a week straight of just hard rains to just saturate the ground here. It's really, really hot. Headed into winter, we got our pole building approved. We're going to build a huge shop right over next to the hoop house here next summer. This year, the rest of the fall, I'm going to kind of scrape off the sod layer here. I got to get some firewood ready, and we're just going to get things buttoned up for the winter time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this summer. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of projects. We've learned a lot. We'll get all this buttoned up for the winter and then head into next spring raring and ready to go. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. Thanks for helping me build this family over the last, I don't know, it's really picked up over the last 6 months. So until the next video, guys, have an awesome week, and adios.